ओके तो स्ट्रीम स्टार्ट हो गई है। स्ट्रीम स्टार्ट हो गई है, अब क्या करना है? काजुआ का करेंगे। वॉइस बहुत आएगा, वॉइस कम करो, बहुत ज़्यादा है।
In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there.
ओके सो गेम का स्टार्ट हो गया, उसके बाद देखते हैं क्या होता है।
Come on, enough procrastinating. Let's go.
ओके लाइव आ गए हम लोग।
Wonder how the old guy's doing.
ओके ओके, हाँ आवाज आ रही है, ठीक ही है, चलो।
Wonder how the old guy's doing.
काजुआ के स्टोरी का स्टार्ट कर दो, काजुआ की स्टोरी का इसके पहले हमारे पास व्यू है तो कौन सी स्टोरी फर्स्ट अवेलेबल है? सिर्फ काजुआ की है तो काजुआ की करनी पड़ेगी मेरे को। उससे पहले ये कर लेते हैं।
Not bad, as far as treasure is
ओके
concerned.
ओके ओके, हम लोग आ गए वापस यहाँ। ये कर नहीं पा रहा हूँ। आज ही कर नहीं सकती। What are you doing? ऊपर अब आवाज कितनी आ रही है मेरे को नहीं पता मेरी। कोई है तो बता दो भाई।
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Yeah, propagate!
Hey! Nowhere to hide.
Scatter! Dodge this!
Eat this! Speed of light.
ओके, ये तो पहली बहुत टाइम के बाद आ रहा है। आप बनाना चाहिए ना। कौन है बाबा ये? इसको मैं मिला कहाँ से हूँ? मेरे दोस्तों में से कोई नहीं है। कॉम को बंदी करना पड़ेगा मेरे को। कॉम को बंदी करना पड़ेगा और क्या।
Spring forth!
Incoming.
Oh, so sorry.
Speed of light. Don't blink. Cut to the chase.
Cool it!
Speed of light. Don't blink.
सिग्नेचर के साथ है तो भाई थोड़ा क्रिएट डैमेज पे फोकस करो। डैमेज अप करो। क्लियर हो जाता है भाई लो कैरेक्टर यूज बढ़िया नॉर्मल पाओ बढ़िया थोड़ा सा क्रिएट डैमेज इंक्रीज करने का देखो अटैक भी बढ़िया है।
Speed of light.
अटैक बढ़िया है सिग्नेचर नहीं है तो बहुत तगड़ा है ये भी।
That's everything. On to the next. Boba, get them! You're toast!
Propagate! Yeah! Yeah! Freeze! Leaving so soon!
Don't blink. Nowhere to hide. Speed of light.
याद आता तगड़ा बिल्ड है उसका। लोरियल का थोड़ा सा ये
ओके,
देखो
चलो 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 चलते हैं हम यहाँ से, अब क्या करना है, मुझे तो नहीं पता है क्या होना है, और अब क्या।
Ad Astra.
65/1
Thank you for
यार 2/5 की स्टोरी कर दी किया थोड़ा सा बड़ा
पक्के काजों के स्टोरी बेस की तरफ ही जाएंगे हम।
भाई अरे बात है गधे तू चुप कर जा चुप कर हाँ रहना होगा इसकी भी लाइक कर दो
एक और थर्टी
इंटरेस्टिंग
पर
है नहीं करना वो तो वैसे भी नहीं करता ओए एक एक तो इंसान है ना चल मैं खुद लिहाज को देके रखा हूँ तू मेरे से बात करती है नहीं
ओके।
Let's get down to business.
Don't blink!
Scatter!
Got lucky that time.
Dodge this. This moment will be frozen. Propagate!
Incoming!
Through the fairy.
With sword comes shadow.
There's more! Ooh. Finally, No.
ये शांत हो गया सब कुछ, स्टोरी बेस कर रहे हैं।
It's been a while since we first set foot on Inazuma. So many things have happened since then. Yeah, so... Huh? Hey! What the heck was that for? Doesn't want to talk, huh? All right, let's convince him to calm down a little.
I'll be fine.
Huh? So you don't have a vision after all. Seems like I've mistaken you for someone else.
At the very least, you should make sure you've got the right person before you go attacking them. No, wait. Even when you've got the right person, you shouldn't go attacking them out of the blue. It's dangerous.
Have you ever met someone by the name of Kaedahara Kazuha? He carries a sword just like you. I've also heard that he possesses an animo vision. That's none of your business. Never mind. You don't look like you know anything anyway. I'm wasting my time.
What the heck is this guy's problem? Well, one thing's for sure. No, right? Anyway, just to be on... Oh? What kind of a special connection? Anyway, there's no time to... Paimon heard that the Crux fleet is stocking up in Rito at the moment. Let's...
ओके, काजों की स्टोरी का स्टार्ट हो गया। ओके, फर्स्ट सेकंड आई वांट टू डू पिक खींचते हैं, ये पिक खींचनी है। स्क्रीनशॉट कैसे खेलता है?
I'm all for work-life balance, but I think this is pushing it.
बाद में करेंगे। कोर्ट पे जाते हैं। काजो वहाँ पे तो
You're looking for Kazuha too, huh? Guess he must have done something impressive after all. Well, we took the small vessels into Rito on a routine supply run, only this time, if it's because of that battle on the Kazuha keeps to himself.
Oh, so you still don't know what he did?
I've heard bits and pieces. Something about him blocking the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi. Is it really? Is everyone really? Wow. When you put it like that, it makes sense. he was called here earlier by some people from the Tenryo Commission. They said they had something important to discuss with him. I thought they'd come to arrest him at first. Turns out they couldn't have been friendlier to him. Seems like they really respect the guy.
Just a little while ago, this would have been completely unimaginable. Thank you! Guess we'll go pay a visit to the Tenryo Commission.
All right then. I'll just stay here and carry on trying to fend off the crowd.
क्या हाल हुआ है मुझको मुझको ना है पता मुझे आजा आजा जो वहाँ से हट जा headache. My neck is hurting. This is Raiden's home and this is Tenryo Commission's headquarters. Wow, what a place.
Oh? It's you.
Greetings. We were just discussing the repealing of the Vision Hunt Decree. Since you're here, you're very welcome to listen in on the conversation. We invited Mr. Kaidahara here to extend a gesture of goodwill on behalf of the Shogunate. Your hard work has secured for us the agreeable... The Almighty Shogun has issued a large array of directives aimed at resolving, or at least ease... The Tri-Commission has made the recommendation to use this... Regarding the history of the Kaidahara clan, in short, but there came a time... We later learned that the whole... Considering Mr. Kaidahara has once more... In the interest of preventing further harassment...
This is a true honor. However, would I be correct to assume that this
I can assure you that nothing could be... With the Kaidahara clan's reputation, you will be able to lead us...
I have grown yet my ancestors did indeed take great pride in the...
I sense some hesitation in your words. Should you accept this offer, I imagine...
Malicious rumor?
Well, to some, the Muso no Hitotachi is something that can never be defeated. They cannot accept the idea that Mr. Kaidahara really parried the Shogun's strike. Also, eyewitnesses saw him using the power of Electro in addition to that of Animo. As a result, the falsehood that Kaidahara Kazuha was using a delusion began to spread.
What? But that doesn't make sense. Using a delusion turns you old and frail, and Kazuha still looks fine.
That is correct. However, to some people, the idea of a single person wielding two elements at once is a more inconceivable...
This is just one of many similar rumors. I am very uncomfortable with being the subject of public discussion, but perhaps if the Shogunate is willing to publicly support me, this situation will blow over more quickly.
This is precise.
In fact, let us put this discussion on hold for the moment. Well then.
Yikes! We nearly forgot.
Why would such a dangerous individual be looking for me? No. My fighting forms were taught to me by my family, based on techniques originally developed for blade testing. We undergo rigorous training to standardize every motion the blade is put through, so that each can be fairly assessed for quality.
Now we know why.
Over time, these techniques came to form something of a Kaidahara sword art, focused on blade testing, but with a full repertoire of combat forms. Those forms are quite different from the more...
All the more reason to watch your back!
Indeed. He sounds highly aggressive.
In that case, I will send some men out immediately to search for him.
Thank you. I must say I am now very curious about this matter, And I will first join the Traveler in investigating the one who attacked him, then give you a conclusive answer upon my return.
Very well. Please stay safe.
Come on. Let's go and track down your aggressor.
The detective agency knows the most about what goes on in town. Let's see what Ryuji has to say.
Like now. Did you? Only. वापस चले जाते हैं हम हमारी जगह पर. What
The defenses on the left side of the tower need to be strong.
Hi there. I'd like to ask you a quick question. Do you know if anyone...
Aha! So this is the renowned Mr. Kaidehara. I've heard a lot about you. It is an honor to finally meet you today.
You are too kind. We are current.
Oh, Mr. Kaidehara. To be honest with you, some of them were up.
Million?
Please,
Of course. But I wouldn't.
Then let's put the Tenryo Committee.
It's true that if anyone had.
Uh-oh. Looks like the trick...
I still find it difficult. Few people possess your prowess in battle. I am well aware it would cause me great grief to see someone become critically injured or lose their life because of me. For the poor victim, this would be a completely senseless crime.
Don't worry. We'll find him.
It seems you are every bit the selfless hero they make.
You flatter me. Truth be told,
you are much too humble. Oh, actually, let me tell you about it, just.
Sure. During times like this.
All right then. Recently, 2 people went missing from the city at around this. One of them is a pretty
Manoma.
Right. Yuya. 2 grown men going. I recalled this because.
Understood. Though it seems highly unlikely to me. I neither know this man, nor do I have any idea why he may
Sure! Can't...
Thank you, Ryuji. We'll
Sounds good.
Ah, if it isn't Kaedehara Kazuha, what brings you here today?
Kaedehara Kazuha.
You two know each other?
Yes, the Kaedehara and Amenoma clans were both members of the Raiden Gokaden. Historically, there have always been deep links between the two clans. After I returned to Inazuma, I visited Mr. Amenoma to pay my respects. Let me quickly explain. The Raiden Gokaden was the collective term for the 5 most acclaimed bladesmithing arts in Inazuma. The techniques of blade making were personally bequeathed to the Raiden Gokaden by the almighty Shogun, and over time, further honed and enhanced by the most talented craftsmen. Unfortunately, a series of events led to the gradual decline of many clans.
So sad.
It is a great pity indeed. In the old days, we each had our specialties, and just as iron sharpens iron, so too did we learn much from each other. As an example, the Amenoma art strives to emulate the abiding patience and determination of water as it turns stone to sand.
Okay.
There is nothing mystical to our work. There is only practice, day in and day out, until both body and mind have memorized the craft, turning each motion of every technique into an intrinsic part of the bladesmith's life. As for the art of the Kaedehara clan, I believe it's called the Ishin art.
That's right. Ishin art strives for complete harmony between blade and mind from the moment that forging begins. For only a blade thus forged can capture and convey its maker's thoughts and feelings, and eventually become an extension of its wielder's will.
Indeed. Most samurai choose their blades, but an Ishin blade chooses its owner. You are, without a doubt, the most worthy wielder of an Ishin blade. It gladdens my heart to see that although the Kaedehara clan has fallen on hard times, its ideals and virtues are alive and well.
You overestimate me. My actions are guided by my own personal sentiments, not by any noble aspirations on behalf of my clan. But let's get back on topic. The purpose of our visit today is to gather some information on your missing nephew. We hope to assist with the investigation. It may turn out that this case is connected to another we are pursuing.
Ah, yes. My nephew. I reported the case to the Tenryo Commission, but I haven't heard anything back so far. He didn't say a word before he left, which is very unlike him. I'm still completely at a loss on what to make of it, but I've done what I can so far. Worrying is futile. All I can do now is wait for the news from the Tenryo Commission.
We heard that there was a collector involved in the disappearance too. Know anything about that?
Yes. On the morning that Yuya went missing, he gave me a very cryptic look and said that he was going to give me a great gift. I believe he went to collect the item from Mr. Nagato after that. The next thing I heard was that a fire had broken out at the warehouse. Yes. Straight. If I had to he's never been he is
Truth be told, based on the evidence...
What? He is humble. Yes. But I also cannot... Anyway, should you find him, please let me know as soon as possible.
Don't worry. You have our word.
From the sound of that, Paimon doesn't think Yuya was the one who attacked us as well.
Okay. We
Yes.
still need.
It sounds as if something happened when the two men met each other. Let's pay a visit to the Nagato household.
Yeah, let's go. Hi, Mask. तू अकेला ही आया है क्या? हाँ, मेरे को पता है तू चला जाएगा अभी। हाँ, वो तो पता है ना, तू चला जाएगा अभी। नहीं, वो खेलना बंद कर देना।
I'm very sorry, but we cannot afford to pay what we owe right now. My husband has gone missing, and I'm still trying to find him.
No, you misunderstand us. We are here to help with the investigation. We'd like to ask you some questions about Mr. Nagato's disappearance, if we may.
Ah, I see. I thought the debt collectors had come to visit again. I'm sorry you have to see me in this dreadful state. Has some new information come out? Do you know where he's gone?
I'm afraid we don't have any new information at the moment. We're still trying to find out as much as we can to inform our search. With this in mind, can we perhaps ask some questions about your family's current situation?
For example, Paimon's struggling to understand why a collector would be strapped for Mora.
That's a long story. Ever since I've known him, he's been an avid collector of all sorts of things. He'd always get so animated when he was showing them to me. I knew nothing about the items myself, but seeing how enthusiastic and excited they made him, I was happy to believe that they were just extremely important to him. Everything was fine when we first got married, but as time went by, things changed for the worse.
Uh-oh, what happened?
He lost his sense of restraint. He started buying more and more things, and even resorted to borrowing money just so he could pay for them. Our expenses really spiraled out of control when he started getting interested in weapons. It was awful. There were days when he'd spend hours down at the warehouse, admiring his weapons even as debt collectors were descending upon our house. He wouldn't sell them, wouldn't even touch them. Just sat there staring at them like he was in a trance. I'm happy he has a hobby, and I'm willing to support him. But making ends meet has to come first. I've tried talking to him about it so many times, but he never listens. On the last day that I saw him, I gave him—
Whoa!
And that led to an argument.
Actually, it didn't. You must understand, after I said those words, he froze and was silent for a long time. When he finally spoke, he awkwardly mumbled that he would pick out a few items to sell. His voice was so meek and pitiful that I felt an urge to take everything back. But then what? If I didn't draw the line, what would happen to our family?
Your family, huh? You did right.
Had I not indulged his bad habits, we wouldn't have found ourselves in such a predicament. I also don't know if he had actually come to his senses, or if he was simply angry with me. The next thing I heard was that our warehouse had caught fire, and both he and the buyer had gone missing.
I see. I understand. Amin Omayuya came to purchase a weapon from Mr. Nagato. During the sale, a fire broke out at the warehouse, and both men disappeared.
At first, I assumed they must have gotten into an argument over the price. But my husband has never been one to negotiate. He never even haggles when he's out buying groceries, so it's hard to imagine him getting into a fierce argument.
Maybe he was feeling the pressure from the debts?
I don't know. He just disappeared after the warehouse burned down. Perhaps he's too afraid to come home now that all his collectibles have been lost in the fire, and he's got no way to pay off our debts. Even though I'm still a little mad at him, we're a family, and I want us to face our family's crisis together. As long as he's willing to turn over a new leaf, I know we can work things out.
Please don't get upset. There could be more to this situation than meets the eye. If collecting things is a habit that Mr. Nagato had his whole life, it is quite unusual for this habit to change so drastically over a short period. But the information we gathered from the other side suggests Amenoma Yuya is also a mild-mannered man who would not be likely to start an argument. This situation is getting a little confusing.
A little confusing? More like completely mystifying.
Let's try a change of scenery and see if we can piece together what we've learned. Rest assured, we'll notify you if we find anything.
Thank you so much. I just want him to come home.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, I can only surmise that the sales meeting between the two men was somehow the catalyst for their disappearance. The fire at the warehouse likely played a part in how the situation unfolded. Though its exact role, do you have any thoughts?
Well, Paimon? Nope, never mind. Paimon's brain needs to rest for a while.
That is the most likely conclusion based on everything we know. However, in this case, if this is indeed what happened, one fact, Mr. Nagato, being heavily in debt, is also the only one of them with the potential. The more I ponder it, the more right. Amenoma Yuya lacks. Let's keep going. If we can solve the case, both Mr. Amenoma and Mrs.
Okay.
Let's head out of the city and...
दीवानापन है मेरा जो हद से आगे बढ़ा है बढ़ते रहेगा मारेंगे काजो दिमाग खराब करेगा ओके इस स्टोरी का बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ी हो गई है
I hear something ominous in the wind.
Oh! This must be another one of those sounds that as sketchy as that whole thing seems. You did put it to good use when we were chasing down that...
Now I'm picking up a strong scent in addition to the sound. It's right around here somewhere.
Kazuo is like a puppy.
But there's nothing here.
It's gone now, but I can still sense the direction it left in. It felt very much like that ancient Indeed. But this unexpected spring of inauspicious energy, we should remain vigilant.
So it's an underground warehouse.
The force is definitely coming from down below. The source of the judging from the concentration...
Mrs. Nagato said...
It could well be that he was already under... From what I've been told, but most will... Mr. Nagato had an interest in collecting to begin with.
So what should we do now?
Step back. I'll open the door and take a look in. If we don't open this door, we can move no closer. You needn't worry.
What's down there?
Everything's buried in debris. I can't see anything. It looks like the fire caused a cave-in, reducing the entire warehouse to rubble.
So it was just...
That was too scary! Paimon was so...
All we can do now is keep two ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami. Yes, let quiet your mind.
Okay. So ये यहाँ पे ओके यहाँ पे नहीं है हवा क्या कर रही है यहाँ से ओके ओके अब मेरे को पता नहीं चल रहा है कहाँ जा रहा है ये भाई मेरी फट गई
From this point, the trail appears to split into
भाई
two.
लिटरली फटी है
The
मेरी
main source of the Tatarigami energy can...
ओके तो यहाँ से
Whoa! Look at all those hilly churls! They're acting really strangely.
Something seems to be drawing their attention. Let's take a closer look.
Scatter!
Incoming. Don't blink. Hey!
ओके मरना ही है क्या तो नहीं तो इतना डैमेज नहीं करते मुझे नहीं है तो मैं आज बताएं
Speed of light.
आवाज़ थोड़ी कम है पता है हम गंदी
With sword
आवाज़
comes shadow.
मर गया
It's,
Ooh! Look at this red
by the looks of it, a well,
I'm not I was
according to this letter, a conflict arose because Amenoma Yuya wanted to seize a blade belonging to Mr. Nagato. Yuya started the fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded Mr. Nagato in the fight.
So, where is he?
He was not only mortally wounded, but also under the heavy influence of Tatarigami. Whatever traces there may have been of his fate beyond after this point, yes, if Amenoma...
Right! So let's get moving!
I wouldn't be surprised for a practitioner of all the clues that at first seemed. I have a hypothesis that, if
are
it's
same
correct,
looking. Look at
not
that.
only
They are
explains
just
the series of
same.
events.
Wait!
I believe so. On with the search.
ओके यहाँ से फिर यहाँ जाना के लिए बहुत ठप 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 ओके पहुँच गए
Why here? Is it...
I'm not sure, but on closer examination. Show yourself!
Kaedehara Kazuha. It's you, at last.
Aha! So wait, what's your problem?
Indeed, there should be no enmity between us. But what if instead of facing Amenoma Yuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his hand?
Now that you mention it, it is
I want
giving
that
off
blade.
a strange... Whoa! Surely you don't mean... Are you serious?
Tatarigami energy often lodges itself within physical objects, then works to subtly... The blade has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years, affecting his state of mind, or rather, as a means to occupy.
You're sharper than I thought. You've already deduced the truth of the matter. Many, many years as a descendant.
I presume it has something to do with the Raiden Gokaden.
Indeed. At that point in time, he failed to live up to the Raiden Shogun's expectations. In the end, all he could do was to flee the nation by sea. He was a bladesmith of great renown, a master of his craft. And sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do. All of his life's work, his wisdom, he not only bestowed upon me the greatest of strength, but also endowed me with a consciousness of my own. In her conceit, the Raiden Shogun lost not only the single most perfect blade in the entire world, but also an irreplaceable achievement in the art of blade forging.
So, swords can become conscious and
Yeah.
control
By
people?
Yes.
The
by
people
mom.
of the time in which I was born never believed I had that kind of power. They saw me as a mere blade, a sharp and well-crafted one, but in all other respects an ordinary weapon. But that gave me the opportunity to take action. After the death of my creator, I decided to leave Snezhnaya and began my long quest to return to the distant land of Inazuma. Moving from one person to the next, I controlled the minds of countless hosts along the way, each bringing me one step closer to my ancestral home. I seek but one thing: to face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade and prove my power, the might of Ishin art.
Ishin art.
So Amenoma Yuya was not your first victim. Tell me, what happens to those you've possessed when you've finished using them?
My
Why he's
hosts?
failure?
Who cares what happens to them? They are but tools that serve my mission. When they got tired, or injured, or unusable, I hopped to the next one in line. All I needed them for was to take me back to Inazuma.
You're awful.
After I returned to Inazuma, I decided to bide my time in Nagato's warehouse until Amenoma Yuya handed himself over to me on a silver platter. At long last, I'm approaching my journey's destiny. Kaedehara, now, give your body over to me.
Booba, get them! You're toast!
Rewrite history!
Spring forth! Freeze!
Don't blink! Nice and spicy!
Shall rewrite history!
Dodge this! Don't get frostbite. Don't push your luck.
Okay.
Do not stand in my way, or I...
Your bluff's fooling no one!
Lost. I can never lose. Even if you defeat me here, the one who falls will not be me. He is but a puppet that can be replaced. I can take a new vest. The end result is the same. And even if I were to lose my physical form, it is but a small setback. By any means...
Your fighting style. It is indeed the forms of Ishin art. But from your movements, I sense only hatred and arrogance.
Really? You can tell all that?
As I've mentioned, since the
Yeah.
blade is,
Be
if
about
you ask me,
You're trying to claim that I am on his deathbed. He passed to me all of Ishin Art's secrets. The little that you know barely scratches in that regard. Why?
because all of that is in the past. I've been wondering what, now that I've seen inside... After all the time that's passed...
Oh, that's right!
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his wife's distress and decided to sell his collectibles did you finally have an opportunity to reach out to Amenoma Yuya and make your escape. Well, that brings me to my second point. There's a despair in you that is so strong it threatens to overwhelm you. You were determined to fulfill your maker's ambition, whatever the I think you realized your limitations long ago. The more you clenched your teeth and pressed forward, the greater your fear of losing everything you had achieved grew. But the way I see it, what began as an ambition has long since become a delusional fantasy.
What would you know about any of this?
You returned to Inazuma to prove the unparalleled brilliance of Ishin art. But to make this arduous journey, you committed countless atrocities and showed a blatant disregard for human life. Even if you were to sever that divine light, is this truly the outcome that your maker would have?
You...
Sure, you and how could you?
Silence, you blabbering fool! I must achieve my goal. This was his life's dream, and I will concede that...
And you should...
Easy for you to say. Facing reality offers me nothing. I have no need of anything that would stand in my way.
This
It is
blade
pointless
is
to
gold.
argue further,
Okay.
descendant of the
That's
Kaedahara
it.
clan. If you wish to save this man, then offer me your body in exchange.
How stubbornly you stick to your... I do not believe for a second that you can challenge the almighty Shogun in your current state.
What? Surely you're not planning to agree.
Very well. Then find yourself some enemies with whom you... Once we have dealt with them, we shall proceed to Tenshukaku.
And as for your end of the bargain, if you lose, you must release Amenoma Yuya from your control.
I accept.
Don't do this, Kazuha!
This is the only way. The cursed blades, the power of the Tatari gun.
But
Even if things take a turn for the worse, I still have you both here with me. We have a chance here to save an innocent victim.
Your disdain for me betrays your wo- now.
Kazuha?
I felt a little... It's all right. So far, this was as I expected.
Something feel off. Let me know.
I will.
What should we do?
We find some enemy. Although this blade has endured much turmoil, it probably hasn't experienced many real fights. If a blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harmony between if he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight until he has no choice.
Wait a minute! Paimon remembers hearing about something from the adventurers. Since the Takasukasa clan abandoned that secret base... What about
The blade says he'll let Amenoma Yuya trail us silently.
Are we sure this is... Okay, fine.
Okay. तो वो silently fail करेगा हमको. Why? अब पहले मैं heal कर लेता हूँ अपने आप. ओके ऊपर जाना है. जोंगली लेना चाहिए या फिर
Incoming.
ओके. ये गुफा हमेशा ऐसी रहेगी. ओके. यहाँ से मुझे एक ये मिलेगा, बाकी कुछ नहीं. मेरे को एक एनिमो यूजर चाहिए जो काजुआ हमें पूरा कर देगा. ट्रैवलर को लेवल 18 करना है.
Leave everything on this journey to me.
21. His ideal weapon is base attack and normal charge. It's good. Equal to Titans. Okay. Okay. His artifacts are always going to be there. Okay. What is his damage then? Energy recharge. Need a master. Okay, this is not support, this is attack.
Wind strike.
The fairy. It's my lucky day.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Finally, that hurt!
How are you feeling? You okay?
I'm all right. Though he's making every effort to persevere,
Something else?
How strange. Rather than trying to control me, he is instead trying to match my fighting rhythm. Let's keep going.
Chest. I need chest. So many chests. मैं भूल जाऊंगा कहाँ है तो मेरे को बस बता देना मेरे को ये नहीं है
Let's get down to business. Boom! See no more!
Into the wind!
Barry, let's get down to business.
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds call.
Whoa! Something's up with the blade!
I can sense that his strength is slowly fading away. He cannot hold out much longer.
But what would that do to Amanome Yuya?
I will be careful with it. He's... Time to go. Wind strike.
I'm ready.
Fine. Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
Yes.
Are you okay? It looked like you were really struggling the entire fight!
Yes,
The Sheen's grown a
perhaps this time?
true form? What are you talking about? Is this the same blade as before? It looks like a...
If you choose to continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't even be able to beat Samurai and Kairagi. Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shoguns. It barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy. I've finally figured out you wanted to reach a state of harmony with me. For perhaps then you would still be able to wield commendable power. But regrettably, we are nothing alike. I will never understand your obstinacy and cruelty. The only one who...
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
Here they are. Take them down.
Where do they keep coming from?
Why shouldn't?
Yup! We can help this time!
Don't worry. It's just more...
Let's get down to business.
The wind knows me.
I'm ready.
Barry.
This will do.
Time to go. One with nature.
You fought way better with your own sword.
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh and in spirit. Though we fought briefly together, you have seen me for who I really am. No one knew anything of my story throughout my travels, nor did I tell it to anyone. You are the first person to know the truth. I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony with you, perhaps there would...
But in this too, you have...
Indeed. No matter how hard too much time has passed. Yours is the blade that took on the Muso no Hito.
Actually, this is just a generic blade that I picked up during my travels in Liyue. Forging and maintenance are both important for a blade. This blade has traveled the land with me for many years. Skill. Blade. There is something else I must tell you. Though your maker may not have been aware, your ability to possess your own consciousness derived from the Tatarigami is though you tried to...
I sent.
I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save Amenoma Yuya. But I feel a great sense of regret for you. The moment you embark, you have known this.
He gave me everything. But how could I possibly? I said to him.
Aww.
I believe our bet is now settled.
Where are you going, Kazuha?
He now has neither the ability nor the motive. When I touched the hilt for the first time, it's as if I was transported to a strange dimension. It was somewhere I've never been. A bladesmith lay quietly on the bed, his frail face barely visible under the moonlight. His breaths were weak. A newly forged blade lay by his...
Wow.
Indeed, he spent the rest of his life in the forge, not to vent his frustration and hatred, but to atone for his actions. He felt intense regret at being tricked by the Fatui, but he could never again return to his homeland. His sole wish was to one day return his single, proudest creation back to the land of his birth. So he instructed this sentient blade to find a way back to Inazuma, no matter how long or how hard the journey. But he never wished to rival the gods. All he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliantly as blade and smith, that they were still worthy of being trusted.
So that's the true story. But after that...
Right. This blade... Yes. Time would not wait or stop because of his determination. He seems to have calmed down, though.
No.
When I look back at the past, I once told him that, but darkness, not only did I...
You are finally seeing real...
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, but I still can... So...
Hey!
It has to be done in this order, and my physical form, as well as the knowledge I possess, should still be of some value to you.
अगर मुझे blade मिल
His
जाए तो बहुत अच्छी
attitude
बात है
has
actually.
grown a lot. What do you think,
Like the blade.
Kazuha? Should we give him a chance?
Let's hear it.
Thank you all. Alas, nor have
story
my
आएगी?
fights were devoid of you.
Story आएगी.
Oh,
Okay.
I will release Ame. You must have plenty of reason.
understood.
मेरे पास
I
एक
see.
और अकाउंट है जिसके अंदर लियो
He used my body to inflict harm on others.
मैंने सिर्फ
I
monster
utterly
quest
despise
किया
him and
उसके
his
अंदर.
actions.
कुछ
But since he
characters
stayed
भी हैं
true
जो
to your
अच्छे खासे
agreement
हैं
by
जिसे रील
releasing
कर
me,
सकता हूँ मैं.
he must
बहुत
still
कम
have
थे,
some
तो मैं
remaining
इसको
semblance
try
of honor.
करूँगा.
If a duel can help to set this state of affairs in order, I am willing to put myself forward. I do not wish to be a mere victim in this story.
There's no need to worry. We'll vouch for your innocence to the Tenryu Commission.
Thanks for your help. Who knows how this would have ended without your intervention?
All right, then let's move on. More Ronin could appear at any moment. We can't stay here. In any case...
Okay. तो मैं आधे पे भी नहीं पहुंचा वो भी. यार 45 करना है. उसके बाद कैरेक्टर्स मेरे को एक टीम बनानी है. तो उसके लिए टीम बनाने के लिए तो मेरे को तुम लोग की मदद होगी और एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर्स की मदद चाहिए होगी जो मेरे पास नहीं है. कुछ है यार गुड, पर उनसे पूछने से पहले अगर मेरे खुद के हो तो वो अच्छा होता है. कह रहा हूँ अच्छे नहीं हो तो अच्छा हो यार. मेरे गेम प्ले का एबिलिटी अच्छी है वैसे.
This reminds Paimon a bit of the... Yep. Still, are you ready?
Ready? Okay. Successor.
Successor of Amenoma art.
I'm honored to cross blades with...
It is my honor.
ऑटोमेटिक कैरेक्टर्स के अंदर इसके वेपन बदल गया. 0 अटैक. ओह ये अटैक परसेंटेज 0 हो गया. उसकी ताकत चली गई ना.
That hurts. Wind Strider. Wind Strider. As one with wind and cloud.
Okay.
Thank you for the experience. Although he appears battered and broken, his sense of savage cruelty has completely faded away.
You also fought well. There are a few things that I shall leave him to tell you.
I must apologize to you for all that has transpired.
You need not seek my forgiveness. Nor do I have the right. It is too late for all of that.
I do not wish for forgiveness. I only hope that you will see my transgressions as mine alone, and not let them I strayed far from the straight and narrow path, but I beseech you.
Okay.
Please understand this.
Yes.
This is a
Thank
story
you,
about Kazuha, or
successor
this is
of
a story about the
Aminomahart.
fucking weapon. मुझे नहीं पता
This
चल
blade
रहा है
has
क्यों।
also told me that he has another wish. He would like to visit the Aminoma smithy. Maybe we can go back there together.
What does he want?
I'm not sure.
हम जाएंगे कहानियाँ बनाएंगे देखो कहता हूँ मैं सुन लो ना जरा मैं दुनियादारी भूल कर आया हूँ मैं जो कहाँ बेकार गा रहे हो बंद करो आँखों का है ये नशा जो मुझ में है चढ़ा है वो देखो कहानी मैं उससे ही बनना है ओके मैं भूल गया I want to see the book.
It's Yuya! I am sorry to have tried.
A prized Ishin blade. But I have some good news.
Really? Is he...
Yes. Badly. And now that he...
I think I know what you want to do.
What's wrong, Kazuha? Is the blade whispering?
Yes. He said he wants to take control of...
What? No way! Hasn't it learned its lesson?
He tells me that he's thought of another way to fulfill his maker's wish. And he assures me that he won't use my body for anything nefarious. I have decided to let him...
But...
Thank you. Okay. I am ready. Let us begin.
Okay, so ठीक है. Now the weapon is going to be new.
My power is almost spent. Without him, my eventual demise is inevitable. But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything? You mean...
Yes. The cost is my entire consciousness.
The new weapon is going to be Kazuha's new weapon.
You were right. There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies. Ishin lives on, and its finest hour is yet to come.
Okay.
Even if I am not the one to prove its might to the Shogun, as long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kaedehara hands, it will still fulfill his final wish.
Okay, the new weapon is born.
Thank you, son of the Kaedehara clan. Over the years, my real name has been forgotten by all. I'm ashamed to utter it, yet it remains strong in my mind. Kagotsurube Ishin. This name is now yours to keep.
Rest in peace.
Ah, this is a story about how Kazuha meet his weapon.
So, that's why he said it had to be done in that order. His consciousness will disappear forever after fulfilling the bladesmith's wish.
Kagotsurube Ishin. It seems like deep only in the...
Seems like...
The same fervent ambition that gave him the... Speaking for myself, I understand. Hearing his wish, your quest to face the gods. After everything,
Oh.
I will continue to support you from this point on.
Wait! Shouldn't we also go update Kujo-kan?
Oh, you're right. We need to tell him about the findings of our... And it's also time.
this is Shogun's place, right? Shogun's, no, this is Shogun's place. The visions are gone from there. Let's be returning. Where the hell?
Speed of light.
Yep, okay. Okay, I wanna do something very easy right now. Okay, I can't.
Incoming.
Okay. I have one more idea here.
Speed of light.
Not that good idea.
The Tenryo commit.
Wow, you.
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier offer, I wish to give you my answer.
What's this?
Kagotsurube Ishin, a weapon crafted using a long-lost blade forging art of the Kaidahara clan. By means of a series of fortuitous events, I was able to recover and restore him. And so, it looks like I will likely continue with my journey across the nations, learning more about this blade as...
I see. I understand.
The Kaidahara clan has always been a family of bladesmiths. Were I to accept your goodwill, I may find myself embroiled in conflicts between the shogunate and Sangonomiya. That would not suit me.
You misunderstand. That was most certainly not our intent.
Okay.
I am aware.
Very well. However, if you should ever change your mind or find yourself in need of the shogunate's assistance...
Great.
Where will you travel?
I'll probably take to the seas with Captain Beto again for now. As for my next destination, let's see where the wind takes me.
Okay. Okay, casual story quest is finished. Wow. 1 second. Got a play? Switch 1 second. Oh. Wow. This split looks good. It is good, but okay. When a normal charge or hits open, AOE. AOE means damage equipped in 180% of attack and increased attack by 50%. 8 seconds. This effect can be one every 8 seconds. I need to understand what it's saying. What a blade fucking blade. And my mouth is not right place right now, so okay. I got a blade. And I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with that blade. This blade. Okay, so सॉफ्ट में तो नहीं आएगा मेरे पास कुछ है ही मैं तो पीऊँ तो यहाँ पर इसको तो इसको नहीं करना चाहिए ओके तो मुझे यहाँ से सारे सारे में प्रेजेंट्स बनाने होंगे तो बेसिकली मेरे दिमाग की तैयारी होने वाली है ओके cool. मुझे लगा ये 5 स्टार होगा लिटरली वेपन बहुत अच्छा दिख रहा है मुझे लगा 5 स्टार होगा बट इट्स 4 स्टार इसलिए दिया वैसे तो थोड़ी देते वैसे तो थोड़ी देते इसलिए दिया क्योंकि 4 स्टार था ओके तो वो वेपन इस्तेमाल करता है ना वो देखो विशिंग बैनर तो खत्म होने वाला है अभी 3 घंटे के अंदर यानी 3 घंटे और 13 मिनट दिखा रहा है ओके, तो 3:30 बजे आसपास खत्म होगा, तो 3:30 बजे और असल में मैंने प्रॉमिस किया है किसी को कि मेरा अकाउंट दूंगा, तो इट्स गोइंग टू बी दैट। उसी के पास जाएगा, उसके अलावा किसी और के पास नहीं जाएगा। तो आईडी और पासवर्ड तो मैं उसे दे ही दूंगा। एक सेकंड, हम उसी के पास जाते हैं। क्या
Come on, enough procrastinating. Let's go.
ओके, तो फाइनली हम नहीं हैं, हम अकेले हैं, हम अकेले हैं, अकेले रहेंगे। तो मेरा प्लान ये है कि मैं अब फाइनली स्टोरी क्वेस्ट करूँ, क्योंकि भाई ये कब से पेंडिंग है, ये यहाँ पर देखो, ये कब से पेंडिंग है पता है, कब से यानी कि दुनिया की शुरुआत से पेंडिंग है भाई। मेरे को नहीं पता क्यों, हाँ पेंडिंग है। क्वालिटी डेटा सेव, ओके। सो
I'm all for work-life
ओके,
balance, but I think this is pushing it. Come on, enough procrastinating. Let's go.
ओके। कुछ काम होगा तो भी आएगा।
In adventuring, as in
तो
business,
दिया,
you always have to seize the
ठीक
opportunity
है।
while it's there.
तो स्टार्ट करते हैं, है ना? स्टोरी कैसी करनी है मेरे को? स्टोरी कैसी करते हैं? वर्ल्ड स्टोरी क्वेस्ट जो प्रोग्रेस करने के लिए ज़रूरी है। मैं चेंज कर सकता हूँ एक्चुअली।
Sumeru City! We finally made it! Oh, did you see that? When those people entered the city, something on their heads lit up.
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But how did you know that?
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha. But no need to worry, that won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, the Academia conveniently provides each traveler to Sumeru City with a device. Perhaps you two have heard of the Akasha before. It's our beloved Greater Lord Rukadavata's lasting legacy, a treasure trove of collected knowledge. After centuries of tireless research on the Akasha, the Academia created one of its most ingenious inventions, the Akasha Terminal. As long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need. I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smoother and more effective in large cities such as Sumeru City and Port Ormos.
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was telling us about. It sounds pretty amazing.
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount of time in Sumeru. However, this policy was recently changed, and now all travelers are issued one upon arrival. Here are your Akasha terminals. Please handle them with care.
It kinda looks like a leaf.
To activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
Oh, says this little doodad lets you access knowledge. Maybe we can use it to find a way to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let's give it a try. Ahem. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
Got the Akasha.
Whoa! Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing. It seems all we need to do is concentrate on what we want to know, and bam! You get it. Oh, that'll come in real handy.
Exactly. That is the power of the Akasha. And with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Okay, now... 500 years ago, the sages found a newly born deity from within some scorched ruins. The deity now resides in the sanctuary of Suristana. Seems pretty similar to what Kali was telling us. Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking how to meet her. Paimon doesn't sense anything. The Akasha didn't respond to Paimon's question.
मैं चेंज कर दिया. कलर ही चेंज किया है, बाकी कुछ तो चेंज किया नहीं है. Okay.
Oh, come on! Ugh, Paimon's brain is exhausted. Oh, smart idea. But what are you going to ask it?
Why didn't...
You too? Well?
I think... Why didn't...
Huh. Could it be because we're Outlanders and we...
think get a lot... Ruku... Dawarana. What kind of name is this?
Uh-oh. Well, seems no matter which way we try, we can't find anything that'll lead us to Lesser Lord Kusanali. Guess our only choice now is to try meeting with the researcher that Tainari recommended. He's from Sumeru and even has a position in the Academia. Maybe he'll be able to access more info from the Akasha. Let's see. Tainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Oh, it's not far from the city's gate. Let's head over and have a look. Hopefully he's at home.
तो ऐसा लगता है मैंने ये किया ही नहीं है सुमेरु वाला क्वेस्ट मैंने किया
Are you
हुआ
a
है
Howie?
अकाउंट के ऊपर
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Great! You see, Tainari sent us here and...
What? Tainari? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data didn't produce the most convincing results, but...
Why not here?
Here! This is a letter from Tainari!
Oh, let me see. Oh, ooh, what a relief. You two nearly scared the life out of me. So you two just have some questions for me? Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information.
Nope.
So, what is it you two would like to
doesn't
know?
wanna
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? This isn't exactly my area of expertise, but let me see what I can find in the Akasha.
Finished the puzzle.
Sorry, the Akasha didn't respond to my query.
What? You too? But what about your abilities for getting information and all that? Paimon wish...
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly researcher, so the Akasha doesn't see a need for me to know more about the Dendro Archon. All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left the Sanctuary of Sorasthana or made a public appearance.
Huh. Didn't expect her to be such a mysterious figure.
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors, which would explain the lack of information in the Akasha.
Aw, but then what can we do?
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing here. You could certainly try asking around and see if anyone else has ideas. And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to see Lesser Lord Kusanali may not be a bad thing. In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha and things you can never accomplish. Knowing when to yield is a form of wisdom. Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tainari? That guy can publish 3 papers in just a single year.
Okay. Thanks for your advice.
Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia or relations between the 6 great sages, hey, come on!
Oh, so what do we do now? Even if we... Huh? Like, oh, you're...
Ad Astra Abyssos.
Catherine, we need your help with something.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to...
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali.
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. Understood. Please wait. I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the Akasha. I'm also unable to locate any pertinent information in my personal memory.
Aww, another dead end. Well,
Please do not worry. In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard. They take on various contracts. An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is...
Corps of 30? What a...
Supposedly, Asphalt. And if you'd like to get in contact with him, you can find him. You're welcome.
All right, off to the Citadel of Razor we go!
Okay. Yeah.
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you two.
It's nice to meet you, Asfand. We'd like to ask you about something.
I see. So, Catherine's the one who sent you this way. Ha! It's true that the Aramite...
Wait, serious?
We originally came from the desert. It isn't just us, though.
Oh? Why's that?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in gods, most of them only care for the late greater Lord Rudra. In their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Lesser Lord Kusanali just happened to inherit her legacy. Because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more familiar with Greater Lord Rukadavada and hold her in greater esteem. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance, and the Academia never announces anything about her. As far as the people of Sumeru are concerned, she's just a god that exists. And that's all.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Aw. After hearing all of that, Paimon sort of feels bad for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Ha! But who knows?
Alright.
No.
Seems Osfund was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who cares about Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Who are you?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Whoa, really? Then do you know how we can meet with her?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the... Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who heard a prophecy. It predicted that a great calamity was panicked by what he... The man jerked. In despair, he thought...
Okay, and then what happened?
And then, at that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar. Oh, Archon Seeker. Along your journey, we were in every...
What amazing
Thanks for the story! Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy inside after that.
Warm and
in a way.
Wow.
Dunyarzad,
What
since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanali, can you tell us anything else about her?
Of course. So did you two know that, I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now. Let's chat another day.
Okay. Here she goes. Running.
Hey, wait! What the heck? It looks like there's...
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress? We're looking for her.
Did she have bandages wrapped around her wrists?
Yes, that's her.
Yeah, she...
Quick, after her!
That should keep him busy for a while.
Okay. अगर यहाँ से कुछ लेना हो तो
There you are, Dunyarzad. We thought you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those people looking...
Really? Thank you so much. Uh-oh, looks like there's some coming this way.
them?
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. Okay, so...
Alright, let's...
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait! Stand down, Dia!
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me hide.
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
Wait a sec! Who the heck are you? And why are you shooing us away?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound. My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worrying themselves sick.
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Hey! Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want to go back. Why are you still pushing her?
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have to answer to them.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again. Double? A triple? Give me some time and I'll get that much.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing to do. And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you, don't be stubborn.
Right now?
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, the only people being stubborn right now are my parents. And they know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. They still won't accept reality. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, you've been living with us a long time already. This should be old news to you. Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. But there's someone else in this world I'm also grateful to. Because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same I have for my parents. This is my life and my last chance. So I want to do something meaningful.
Yes, I don't want to do something meaningful
My lady,
too, you know?
are you sure what you're doing now is meaningful?
Yes, I'm sure.
Fine, I won't ask you to return home anymore. But let me make something very...
Thank you, Dia.
Don't worry about it, my lady. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that since this definitely won't be your last escapade, so I'll let you...
Okay.
Yay! Let's...
I'm fine, really. I just feel a little tired now that things have calmed down.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so let's rest up and grab some grub.
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to join us.
Sure! After you rest up, we want to hear more about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
हाँ बोल
Well, if it isn't
ना तो
Dia,
पाड़ी थी मैं
haven't seen you in nearly half a year. Word on the
ये तो आए
street
मैं
is
ना
that
पाड़
you're
दी
a
थी और पूरी
bodyguard for the
खाई ली तुम्हें
Homayani family now. Don't you find that kind of work boring?
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it, huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personage.
Thank you, sir. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
I want to be a good host
We're
for
already
myself too.
super grateful for everything you told us about Lesser Lord
Yeah.
Kusanali.
How about our charcoal-baked agelena cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over...
Yeah.
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass.
This bar. Pick a Paimon. Now that.
Hey, come on! Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of...
Well, remember when you...
Huh? Really?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me back. I was stuck inside and couldn't make it. My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. Then one night, I woke up at that moment an ethereal...
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. Who are you? How do I explain this? You might not be able to understand, but actually, I know everything about you. Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder, that you hate taking medicine every morning. Wow, you really do know of Dunyarzad.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want?
I can't go
Really? I can't go anywhere or do anything. Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what you want, and maybe I can make it happen. But can you make my illness go away?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I'm not powerful enough to do that right now. Then, can you be my friend?
After that, the voice said, "Okay, I'll be your friend." Although my body was suffering during those days, that voice encouraged me and told me beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Once I finally made it through, but I know that that voice wasn't a figment of mine. Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. I've been hoping for a chance.
What's the Sub-Zero?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru, but because of the Academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest. The Academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zero's festival, forget any funding. They practically act like it doesn't exist. Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death, so they're reluctant to celebrate it. It is. It's sure the great...
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zero's festival to this day. But I hadn't met any of them before, so I was never able to contribute.
No one is
But
watching.
recently, I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord Kusanali. I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year. That's the least I could do for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hold on, my lady, does this friend...
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face.
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much more prepared, so I had Nilu sell one of my skirts. I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar.
Sure, that's quite the trip, though.
No, that would be too much.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us.
But of course, Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more...
Okay, I need to go to here, so let's go. I already opened every waypoint in the game, so I can be a left. अंदर तो जाना ही होगा वैसे। पहुंच गए जाने पहुंच गए। देखते हैं क्या हो गया। होने है तो होने हो गया।
Sorry I'm late, Nilu.
Oh, Dunyarzad. Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught.
You could say that, but everything worked out.
Not completely.
Oh, and who are these two?
Oh, meet the traveler and
So you're followers from
I'm a
another
traveler.
land?
Yes, for
Oh,
now.
really? Well, that's okay. By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already...
You're very welcome. It's the only thing I...
Probably? But don't sweat it.
Don't sweat it. Almost 2 hours.
Wow! This place is amazing!
Not bad.
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was worried sick. We reported it to the academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it. We didn't want anything bad happening, so we were going to cancel all the stage
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
The academia looks down on performers like us. They probably think it would be best if the theater closed down completely. We can't let that happen, though. Not only would everyone involved in the theater go
It's
hungry,
like that.
but then we wouldn't be
Superiors-
able to hold the Sub-Zero's festival anymore.
Okay, it is like that. Superiors are in a rule in Sumeru like that. Academia is the superior.
Thank the Tender Archon for Dunyarzad. But the more she gave us, we hired someone to patch up the tree, and we also gave the stage a much-needed makeover. The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time. I can't wait for you to see it.
And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already. It's almost time for your dream to become reality.
It's our dream. I'll do my best for the two of us.
Nilu, what are you gonna be doing at the festival?
She'll be dancing the dance of Sub-Zeros, the most important performance at the Sub-Zeros festival.
Dunyarzad, have you told them the origin of this holiday?
I only told them about the Greater Lord and Lesser Lord so far.
Okay. Then I'll tell you two about how this holiday came to be. According to legend, the Sub-Zeros festival was originally the Goddess of Flowers' birthday celebration for the Greater Lord. A long, long time ago, on one of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthdays, her friends threw her a celebratory banquet. Some of the gods got drunk. One started playing music, and the Greater Lord started singing, so the Goddess of Flowers began to dance. As she danced upon the grass, countless beautiful parisaras began to bloom wherever she stepped. Those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored, of course they did. Although they aren't around anymore, their though were just tiny.
Nilu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendron. Yeah.
Thinking about the if my stage...
all of Lesser Lord...
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea! Hey, come on!
So how about we all attend the Sub-Zeros festival together?
Dunyarzad, everyone at the Grand Bazaar...
In that case, we'll take a look around. Whoa! What's with your... Did you know that the Sub-Zeros festival is about to happen? There'll be...
Okay. So it's like that. He is जो बूढ़े के कान में है, बूढ़े के कान में है.
Dancing
at the
Sub-Zeros festival. You know, I also danced when I was younger. As a child, I even asked my grandmother why we performed my grandmother. The Sub-Zeros festival has been losing its appeal over the year.
Okay. She's granny. Okay. Something is look in this? This is okay.
Nilu, your outfit looks amazing. Wow.
Uh-huh.
May I?
Of course.
Things are really shaping up. Don't be fooled into thinking that Sumeru. And when it comes to musicians, dancers, or singers, the Grand Bazaar's got the best of the best. Sure.
Okay, the best of the best, that is only there. And last but not least, they are. I don't need they are.
Huh. Revamping the stage for the festival. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the residents here have a penchant for song and dance. Two things that the academia doesn't particularly approve of. Oh,
Boom.
and the perfume sold
And
around
it's
here is
amazing.
a lot better than what you'll find
Even if
elsewhere.
it's a red
The
cube,
fragrances.
but it's
I
good.
mean, that's what I've heard.
Hey! Is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like Catherine.
Okay. Why the hell is she here?
Huh. Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break. Hey, Catherine!
Huh? Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon! What's shaken?
Whoa. Break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon...
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require any complicated function, but saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. Like
Day
watching the
after
same
day.
Fontaine movie day after day. But take you two, for example.
Movie.
You travel across
One
Teyvat to
second, one
enrich your
second, one
lives
second, one
and
second,
gain
one
new
second.
experiences.
Okay, one second. Fountain movie? Literally? मुझे नहीं पता था यार फाउंटेन मूवी क्या होती है
Well, we
मुझे ढूंढनी
enjoyed
पड़ेगी
traveling
ऑनलाइन
across
ढूंढनी
Teyvat and all that, but we're mainly looking for clues about his sister.
Yes,
तो
you should keep
मैं भूल
searching.
गया था सॉरी
Sometimes the answers we're looking for aren't necessarily at our intended destination. Instead, they're found along the way.
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently? Anyways, what brings you out here, Catherine?
No, not...
जाने
I'm sure you two...
Hey, traveler.
Oh, hey, Dee.
I've got something to tell you.
Are you serious?
It might not necessarily pan out. My late.
Sounds like a plan. Let's head over to the Citadel of Rexar and wait for Dia.
Okay, we need to go up. Got a pain in my butthole. Oh, no, sorry.
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting in the port for a while because she was in a bad mood. Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. If it wasn't for you two, she probably...
You sure sound a whole...
It's called being a professional.
Look! Look, Dia's blushing.
Listen, I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person...
Okay. Now we are leaving the city. Okay. Whoa. Teleportation. No.
Oh, hey, Chief.
Teleportation. Chief.
Ha, Dia! What are you doing here? And well, didn't expect to see you three together.
I take it you all know each other already?
Mm-hmm. We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild pointed us to Osfon for more info.
No kidding. Huh. So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out by asking about the theft. Anything you can tell him?
Rukshaw's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin bolstering its defenses, so people from all over have been called back to the city. Since you've already mentioned the theft, I suppose I might as well tell him what we know.
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft? Sorry, what the heck are you guys talking about?
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case might just somehow help you in meeting her.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But if you ask me, the case is more about the Academia than anything else. Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important... The Grand Sage took the whole matter.
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port...
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the... If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask around yourself.
Why should we do
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know.
If you're also interested...
Count me out, and take it from me. If you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say that the Eremites there aren't nearly as friendly as those here in Sumeru City. There are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for King Deshret." Word is that more and more are joining their movement.
You bet they are.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Well, Traveler...
Thanks, Dia! Since we've gathered up...
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival. So, be sure to... Good. Then we'll see you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival.
Okay, let's go then up there, here. पहले से वे पॉइंट ओपन करने का यही फायदा है बस, और तो कुछ मेहनत करी नहीं है। तीनों जो हम इकट्ठा हो गए बस। मुझे शॉन्गली या फिर म्यूलेट में से कोई एक निकालना है आज। शॉन्गली निकालूंगा तो मुझे बहुत पावरफुल डिफेंस बनेगा और मैं उसे बिल्ड भी करूंगा क्योंकि
Come and have a good look yourself.
You
believe me, I'm
different writer.
We know that what it... Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even more suspicious? Well, given all the people that come through here every day, if there's any information to be found, Paimon bets we could find it in the market. Let's ask her.
Okay. Paimon thing. Everything. And now Paimon is annoying every day.
Welcome!
Hi there. We would like to ask you a question.
Of course. Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the academia, let alone graduate. Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress-free environment. Some even say it's good luck to come to Port Ormos, so students and researchers come flocking here when things get to be too much at the academia. Ah, you see over there? Those are students from the academia.
They look pretty serious.
They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here a few days ago. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long as the Akasha teaches us what we need, then life is good.
Yeah, you are true.
Those students seem to be discussing something. Let's see if we can listen in.
And I'm slave of Paimon. Because whatever he says, I need to do it. We are sneaking up.
It's no good.
Wow.
I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of scary-looking Eremite mercenaries have been posted along the streets now.
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then it would be wise, especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about King Deshret and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Regzar is starting to get fed up with them. What was that group called again? Ein something or other?
They're called Ein El Akhmar. Today, I heard that the thing we're after might be in their possession at the moment.
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos they're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the Academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Eremites are after. As long as they know you're a student, then deals can be made. I've heard that Ein El Hakmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern. Supposedly, if you're willing to part with 500,000 Mora, they'll give you info on anything.
Wait, did you say 500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for? I guess we might as well give up on trying to graduate this way.
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of shady knowledge? I bet it's practically worthless to anyone aside from us.
Well, I guess that makes sense. Then the only thing left for us now is to find a way in. Why don't we all just pool our money together and pay for the information?
Whoa! Did you hear that? A niche field of research and shady knowledge? It all sounds pretty suspicious to Paimon. Is knowledge something people just buy and sell like that? So, what's our plan?
Let's go to the...
Wait! Didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is
tell
going to
them-
cost us 500,000 Mora! Have you lost your mind? Oh,
Okay. Half a million more. One second. I didn't. I don't realize that. I don't have that kind of money. Why am I even going there? मैं ट्रैवलर को अपग्रेड कर सकता हूँ मेरे पास ये है एक्चुअली मुझे कुछ और चाहिए उसके लिए चिंकल हाँ बाय बाय ये डर है ठीक है ये मेरे को ज्यादा कुछ देगा नहीं ये थोड़ा जरूरी है ये मेरे को क्या देगा Okay, so 1 second. अगर मेरी 360 सॉरी 360 HP है ओके 360 HP है हाँ my stream is not ended my stream never ended ओके मेरी अगर कितनी ये कहता है every 5 seconds 90 ओके 90 into 6 to 30 ओके ठीक है अगर मेरे पास ये है तो अच्छी बात है ये तो पता ही है क्या है इसका पता नहीं क्यों है ओके मेरे को ये मिलेगा ये मिला है मेरे पास एक वेपन आया है पर मेरे को इस वेपन का इस्तेमाल करना पता नहीं बस ये सारे भी है मेरे को। सीजनर्स और नर्स बहुत है बने वैसे तो। ये भी है। ये तो R2 हो गया है। मैं किस वेपन को कर सकता हूँ? इससे मैंने अपग्रेड किया था एक्चुअली, मुझे इसे अपग्रेड नहीं करना चाहिए था। ये थोड़ा it has a 60% chance to generate a small amount of elemental particle which will regenerate 6 energy for the charge. Charge can only once every 12 seconds. Okay. Max 2 strikes. Okay. Same. Okay. This and this. Same. Both are same. Okay. मुझे एक्चुअली जानना है कि जंगली के लिए तो वही है, ये वाला कहाँ का यही वेपन्स में जंगली के लिए। अब एक तो ये अच्छा, ठीक है, एनर्जी रिचार्ज, ये एनर्जी वो पार्टिकल्स करेगा। और after using elemental skill increase the normal and charge attack damage by 8% for 12 seconds maximum strike। ये मैंने R5 कर दिया है एक्चुअली। ओके, increase the damage against slime by 80। wow, normal attack deal a additional 200% attack as a damage. This effect can only put on once every 10 seconds। okay, if good, increase the normal attack damage by 24%। क्रिट रेट, ये क्रिट रेट भी देगा, दिया एचपी देगा। तो मेरे को नहीं, मेरे को लगता है कि इसको अपग्रेड करना चाहिए एचपी मेरे को, उसको तो अपग्रेड करूंगा ही मैं। मेरे पास कोई नया वेपन आया क्या? ओके, एक सेकंड मेरे पास वो में मेरे पास कौन सा मेरे को पड़ेगा वाला विच लॉक वेपन में से ये लॉक नहीं है, तो इसे लॉक कर देते हैं। इसे लॉक कर दिया, नहीं है लॉक, मेरे पास ये लॉक वेपन है। ओके, तो इसे R5 कर लेते हैं पहले। ओके, R5 हो गया, इसे R5 कर दिया। मैं हर एक जो वेपन है मेरा वो अगर लॉक करने के बाद R5 हो सकता है, तो सब वेपन्स को R5 कर देना है मुझे। R4 हो गया, मेरे पास एक और चाहिए होगा। ये तो है ही नहीं, ये तो पता नहीं मेरे को कहाँ से होगा, मेरे को पता ही नहीं है। R4 वो R2 है। स्विच, ये R5 है, ये R4 है, ये R1 है, ये R1 है, और ये इसकी तो जरूरत ही नहीं है। तो हाइब्रिड में कौन सा है? स्विच, तो फिर इसको मैंने लॉक किया हुआ कौन सा, ये वाला लॉक किया हुआ इस्तेमाल करना है मुझे। फिर इसको मेरे पास यही है, ये R2 हो गया, इसमें लॉक किया हुआ ये है। ये मैं अपने महाराज के 500,000 वो आ रहा मेरे पास, 500,000 भी नहीं रहेंगे इसके बाद तो ये लॉक किया हुआ है। so, मैं हर एक वेपन को R5 पे दूंगा जो भगवान सही हो गया। अब कौन सा है ये? शॉर्ट या फोर होगा। इसमें कई सारे कैरेक्टर्स हैं, इसके वो को तो मैं बदल दूंगा कि इसके पास R5 और क्रिट डैमेज, increase damage against weak foot by 80%, which एनर्जी मैनेजमेंट करता है, तो ये भी ठीक है इसके लिए। ये सपोर्ट है ना, ये एनर्जी अप्लाई करती है, रेट क्रिट डैमेज, ये भी अच्छा है। स्ट्रीम हैज एंडेड है, और ये बार बार क्यों हो रहा है? स्ट्रीम एंड क्यों हो रही है बार बार? ठीक ठाक तो चल रही है, नेटवर्क इशू आ रहा है क्या? ओके
I'm all for work-life balance, but I think this is pushing it.
बाहर कैसे जाना है? ओके
Don't blink!
यहाँ से जाना है क्या? ओके यहाँ से जाना है। वाह ये बात नखरे वाली, मुझे बता ले नखरे वाली।
This is the place we heard those students talking about. Let's find a seat somewhere and...
Oh, you've arrived. Please, take a seat.
So, they think that they...
They're nothing to be afraid of.
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunists out for a quick mora?
Yeah, with Boss's fervent devotion, he'll be able to use this power to bring our god...
Huh. All these guys talk about is King Deshret.
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when King Deshret exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Greater Lord Rukadavada, a trader.
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too.
Okay, we asked this directly.
Who are you? What do you want?
A traveler.
A traveler?
Now's probably not the time to talk about that. Didn't the student say Eremites are wary of outsiders?
I am student from Academia.
A student? What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos?
I'm looking for info about
Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it? Huh? What is this? Some kind...
Sorry! He must have grabbed the wrong amount! Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Okay, this is...
Paimon can't stand this.
If
Here,
actually
this is the
my
merchant's
500
address.
Mora is
Whatever you're
gone,
looking
I'm
for,
going
you'll
to
find
kill
it
this
there.
game.
Hmm? Well, what are you waiting for?
I have one more question.
That's right! We heard you mention King Deshret just now.
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess I can throw in... As you can see, members of Ainel, years ago, King Deshret founded the great desert nation that was our... King Deshret was the rightful god
I need
of
to
wisdom.
go to
But he was
AR
betrayed by a
45
companion he
and,
trusted.
So, you...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. Furthermore, she can but the story doesn't mark my word. If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of King Deshret.
King Deshret is returning?
I don't have anything to say to you academia people about that. I think this conversation has reached its...
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
You again? Deranged academia lunatic.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, I'd take measures to make things uncomfortable for you. Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake.
Or less.
Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all around that they can provide information on a certain item as a means of luring people into their territory. Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to squeeze you for all the Mora you're worth.
Hey! Shut it, Alhaitham! What are you playing at, trying to ruin our business like this, hmm?
I told you the other day. I wish to discuss my terms with your boss.
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear that he won't negotiate with you.
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was then. It does not preclude him from changing his mind in the future.
I'm warning you. Don't push us, or this could get ugly. We don't usually get rough with people from the academia because it just complicates things. For a lunatic like you, though, we might just have to make an exception.
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, even the Archons used war to negotiate the ownership of Tevat. If, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all, then I'm afraid my next course of action will sting a little more than the mere falling through of a few business deals. I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you value. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. However, I fear that by then, some things will have happened that cannot be undone. Also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your...
What did you say?
Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my word?
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 Mora to them.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Ah, Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't happen to be because they're all busy spreading the word to the students, would it? Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got us our Mora back, but sent plus. He seems to know a lot about what... He went that way! After him! Wait up! It's Alhaitham, right?
What do you want? No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them. Since... All right. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hold your horses! We still have something to ask you about! Since you tore through their scam right in front of them, you must know the real story about certain something, no?
Who exactly are you two? And why are you inquiring about that? A student. Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
I know the thing about sword.
Huh? Oh, yeah! He's really strong! Weren't you saying something about a physical exchange? We can help with that.
He doesn't even have a vision. Forget it.
Maybe not, but he can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for info from from guys like that. Those high-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next meeting. Even if you don't go alone, you won't regret taking us with you.
We'll reconvene at the appointed... You were willing to part with 500,000 Mora for something and you didn't even know what it... Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, look, if you...
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but some students want to get a hold of it too.
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because you've never seen the object before. This is what you've been looking for.
Huh? Paimon can't tell what it is. It looks like some kind of...
This is a knowledge capsule. Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents. Correct. Anyone.
That's amazing.
It's essentially a convenient and harmless... They were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha, and are intended to be destroyed immediately after use. But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, there will always be those in this world who are dissatisfied with life as designed for them by the Akasha. Over the past... Meanwhile, well, I think that about sums it up. Ah, so that's... With our current arrangement... You're...
सेकंड अकाउंट है भाई फर्स्ट अकाउंट में थोड़ा
Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me with something. I need you to find someone unlike the peddler. She's guarded again. I think she become one of Dory's.
Why do you want us to meet with her?
Until you complete this task? You two are outland. Beyond the password, though.
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and a shrewd eye for wares. I'll prepare some funds for you.
But we...
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight? Oh? That's a surprise. Guess I'll have to hold you in higher regard.
Yeah. Suck it. Suck everything.
Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They look...
Try inspecting them with elemental...
How'd it go? Did you see anything?
The both glow green. The one...
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when viewed through elemental. That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul. However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy. Using elemental sight is...
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password. And here is the Mora for purchasing. Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. If there's any Mora left over... Oh, and be sure to exercise some caution.
Matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory bot. The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you two want to back out, okay.
They are smart, but they are not strong
Looking at
enough.
what Al-Haytham wrote, Dory's informant is a traitor near old...
One second. I wanna ask something. I wanna see something. Okay. How I can't go cheap with this? This is not a Mora. This is pocket change. Man, that.
Let's follow these instructions and try to get in contact with him.
Hello.
Okay.
What are you two looking to buy?
What do you do looking to buy, dear? We won't buy something.
What a unique palette.
Uh-huh.
Following the paper got us past the first round.
Everything is good,
Ronak.
but...
Got it. You two, please follow me. You two have a fascinating fashion sense. We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumeru rose for quite some time.
Sumeru rose?
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru rose means common merch.
Okay.
No, look again. We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
Morning.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
Okay.
Whew.
Everyone.
That quiz sure was scary.
Ah, the warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me.
Okay. Okay, boss. हाँ पुल करने वाले हैं क्या करेंगे.
Before I retrieve your product, please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice.
I'm sorry.
Hold on. That's not right. Taken by mice means they sold out.
I'm sorry. But as things currently stand, we won't be able to...
He's cautious of us. Let's take a closer look at the paper that Al-Haytham gave us.
Okay.
Before I retrieve your product, please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. If better, you look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
I'll figure something.
No, that's not it. The paper said that heat stroke is... He's cautious of us. Let's take a closer look.
Okay. Second. First.
Before I retrieve your products, please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thank you. Look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit that makes your head and ears ring?
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style? Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your products beautifully.
Good.
Okay.
Finally,
everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot! It's the Matra! Run!
Matra? Where is Matra?
What? The Matra? Where? Al-Haytham said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here.
Where is Matra? No, sorry.
We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant.
Okay, let's go. ऊपर जाना है. भाग आया शेर. भाग. Okay, that was the code. Definitely code. अबे यार क्या है ये? इसके पीछे है ना? डोरी इसके पीछे होती है शायद पता नहीं मेरे को पता. नीचे ऊपर है. मैं गलत जगह आ गया. भाग. ऊपर जाना है. perfectly landed. खत्म हो गया क्या पता नहीं. ऊपर जाना है और ऊपर फिर जाते रहो खाते रहो पीते रहो नाचते रहो खेलते रहो भागो 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 पहुंच गए
If you're hiding from the Rishbaland tiger, come this way.
Rishbaland tiger.
Oh, that voice.
He's dying.
Here, over here. You can stop running
She's
now.
a healer, right? She's a healer.
So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe here?
Definitely weird.
These two good customers wish to buy some horror fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else, I'll just excuse myself.
Oh, very good. Thank you.
Huh? Wait, you're Dory? I'm unsure that you'd look a whole lot scarier.
Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary, but it seems you two...
Paimon's not sure if that's supposed to be a compliment, but we'll take it.
I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces. So that's why it's your first time here. As long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good.
Can you show us what you're...
Yes!
Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew.
What kind of products do you take? This one, for example. An analysis of the sociological...
Yeesh, who would want to be an expert in that top?
Or how about... With this one, you
That
can
is
become an
not,
expert in historic
wearing,
architecture preservation and find an excellent, well-paid...
Ooh, now this sounds like a
2 million Mora, and
only
it's
me
yours.
who...
No discounts.
Whoa,
Hey.
that's a lot of Mora.
Of course, you are free to pick...
All right, let's try the method that Al-Haytham mentioned.
Stream खत्म हो गई. And this one. Half you. Half you. As well as this one.
You've really got a good head on your shoulders, and quite the eye.
We'll take these, please
तो
and thank
ओपनिंग
you.
करने वाले हो ना अकाउंट से.
My, oh my! You are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite and the extravagant. Customers like you are a rare breed.
Okay,
1 in 100. No, listen.
Say what now? Hey, did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole million.
Slim down, Paimon.
All the canned knowledge we just bought is... Think about it. We've gone to all the... Aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself?
I think you are the one who...
Come on, come on. We still have around 100,000 of Al-Haytham's moral left. So let's put it to good use by finding something useful for you. Ahem. You've got a deal, Dory. We'd like to spend an extra 100,000 Mora.
Excellent. Then please, select from this fun...
Hold on a second.
Oh, but...
Oh, Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use elemental sight again to check these.
I'm having a blow.
So, what did you see?
They all seem equally.
So, they're all worth about the same amount?
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, the more's already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to traditional Sumeru brewing techniques, the art of growing spices. Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should
Fine
be
by
useful,
me.
right? Let's go with this one.
Whatever makes Paimon
Dory,
happy.
we'll take this one.
Yeah, Paimon is the worst thing.
All right, very good. But I'm expecting some new goods in the next couple days, so be sure to check back again soon.
Our dealings with Dory went smoothly enough. Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Alhaitham. Hopefully now he'll finally tell us about what the Academia lost.
Okay.
Ha! You two made it.
Whoa, there's so many people from the Academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup spot?
Well,
You're a pretty daring...
relax.
Okay, we did what you asked. So, can you tell us about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost now?
Before that, I have to ask. Why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't have to answer.
Yeah, when we heard that the...
In that case, a short while ago...
Wow, there's really such a
Hey,
thing
if
as
you
that?
find the dude.
Hey, if we find it, do you...
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties.
So, where exactly?
That's what we need to find out next.
Your goal in finding...
I won't deny that. As you know, several brigades... I agreed to forego... However, they adamantly believe...
So you kept
Yes. Ain al-Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined to get that capsule by any means necessary. To that end, they've resorted to many methods more foul than fair in order to amass sufficient funds. So, I've been sabotaging their business to force them into negotiating with me. The Divine Knowledge Capsule should be up for a secret auction within the next few days. To ensure unless I know who Dory is the most reliable...
In other words, you wanted us to befriend Dory.
Yes, you can say the day after tomorrow. Go back. If I get the opportunity to study the Divine Knowledge Capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation?
Yep. Thank you.
Okay.
Alhaitham.
Doing so...
Incoming. Hey!
All right. This place...
Here. Really? Ah, yeah, what a great buy!
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. We can conduct a controlled while you fight, we can use an Akasha terminal. There may be variants...
Wow! Alhaitham! You must, Paimon's curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of those students who needed canned knowledge to graduate from the Academia,
I'm
right?
also...
When you are unable... All right, let's begin the test.
Don't blink.
right?
Yeah.
I'll link your Akasha terminal to record data. The next step is to use this knowledge capsule. Hold it in your hand. I'll help you
Open your inventory and use the Ooh, okay. I thought I got nothing. Sorry.
Hey, how are you feeling?
I feel something or
You mean that?
All right. Time for round 2.
Incoming! Don't blink!
hey, मेरी स्क्रीन अटकी ना
Incoming!
Now, I'll start recording data again.
Oh, hey, Thumb.
Well,
Wait, how much? Ah! Dory's such a jerk! She totally—
of course, this could be because he is so powerful that the capsule's contents were at the very least. This test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. I'm heading back to Akela.
भाई मेरी स्ट्रीम बार बार एंड क्यों हो रही है पता नहीं ये क्या हो रहा है जाने 85 लेवल पर पहुंच गया
Come on, enough procrastinating. Let's go.
सुबह 7 बजे ओके 7 बजे बाद ओके पूरा एक दिन घूमेगा ये बोरिंग है अंधेरा हो गया अंधेरे से चले गए अब अंधेरे से आ गए अंधेरे में ही रह गए 2 days from now. Okay. वापस 7 पे जाते confirm tomorrow. Oh, 1 second, 1 second. If I do this and do this, okay. It's the day, maybe. Yep.
Let's see Dory today and ask.
डोरी को मिलने चलेंगे हम क्या करेंगे ना है चलो भाग 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 आया शेर
Here, over here! Oh, welcome back, my loyal page. You name it. Canned knowledge, supplies, or anything else you need. I'll find a way to get it.
Where can you really get us anything we want? Anything?
Uh-huh. So it appears that canned knowledge alone is no longer sufficient for your opulent appetite. Then please oblige me. Tell. Oh! But you know, after all, I had to work really hard to weasel my way into the auction site.
But how can we be sure your information is accurate? Paimon?
Because to me, I mean, as for the information's authenticity, well, you've no need to worry about that. I used a camera to take a picture of the transaction. That way, it's always a pleasure doing business with such sterling patrons. Now that you've paid in full, I'm L.A. The group has done everything in their power to... That divine... The capsule is...
Thanks for the info.
Please.
Well, we figured out where the divine knowledge capsule is. It turns out it ended up... Let's head back and talk to Al-Haytham.
ओके फाइट आने वाली है
Al-Haytham, we got the info you wanted.
Really? All right. Let's...
Dory even gave us evidence.
Look at that. All right. In which case...
At first, Paimon didn't get why you were provoked. After we defeat them, we can finally have...
Thank you for your time and efforts. Take a few days off while I make some preparations. Let's meet up again on the... See you then.
Al-Haytham sure is taking his time. Where could he be? Oh, there he is.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Hello.
Let's head to the pier in front of Pharos Lighthouse.
Yep, let's go.
ओके तो खत्म ही करनी होगी स्ट्रीम को स्ट्रीम को तो खत्म ही कर देता ये खत्म हो जाए उसके बाद ही कर पाऊंगा पूरे नहीं Yeah.
Al-Haytham. I knew you were crazy, but I didn't...
It was I who demanded that these negotiations take place. This is turning it...
Back up! Aren't you the brat from the restaurant the other day? You've come to... I'm not going to mince my words. Once we're done with you, you'll be nothing more than fish food. Get 'em, boys!
Party started. Let's go.
Uh-oh, here they come.
Speed of light. Nowhere to hide.
I'll be back.
Don't blink.
Feeling lucky today?
Illuminate that!
Propagate!
Cut to the chase.
Yay.
Academia scum! Boss! Finally! Did you use it? Great! Now we can... Boss?
Okay.
What's wrong?
Hey, Akasha turned me. Look at me.
We have to cut his Akasha connection, now.
Target acquired. Arrest him. Do not impede our work. Is that understood, Al-Haytham?
Of course. I was only trying to help.
Take him away!
He took something. Definitely took something. ये पहली बार है मेरा सुमेरु क्वेस्ट तो.
World, forget me.
World, forget me or forgive me.
Happened. It's like that.
It looks like he used the divine knowledge capsule.
You mean the divine knowledge capsule did that to him?
Divine knowledge capsule.
Oh yeah. You mean how some researchers go insane after getting knowledge?
I've heard of numerous incidents of researchers in Satyavada life. This divine Did you hear what he said? World, forget me. What could that pop?
Get me, okay.
If the mantra took him away, then that means the academia got the divine knowledge capsule back too. What a shame. We were so still. Paimon didn't expect the divine knowledge capsule would.
As things stand, there is no reason for me to remain in Port or.
Oh, we were so busy trying to find the divine knowledge capsule that
Truthfully, I don't. Lesser Lord Kusanali. Moreover,
everything about
I'm heading back to.
It's almost the day of the Sub-Zero's festival. Maybe we should head back too. We've been rushed off our feet over the past few days, so maybe a little rest and relaxation will do us good.
You have a point.
Then we'll part ways here, Al-Haytham, until we meet again.
Now, do I deal with this thing first? Or should I produce the report that the higher-ups were...
Then higher-ups are different. Okay, completed. Finally something. ओके स्ट्रीम को एंड करते हैं वैसे भी अब बहुत बड़ी स्टोरी क्वेस्ट हो गई है ओके 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 पहले नाइट कर देते हैं ओके तो फिनिश करते हैं आज का ये खिला मेरे पास चीज पर हिस्ट्री पे जाते हैं मुझे लास्ट 5 स्टार के बाद सब मिला था तो रीसेट होगी ना तो हाँ ओके मेरे पास आ गया लास्ट 4 स्टार लास्ट में मिला था मुझे ओके लास्ट 5 स्टार के बाद मेरा 11 का है तो ऑलमोस्ट मैं 75 पुल्स कर चुका हूँ लास्ट पोस्ट 11 पुल्स कर चुका हूँ लास्ट 4 स्टार के बाद 5 स्टार के बाद। तो डेफिनेटली मुझे 5 और चाहिए। ओके, इट्स गोइंग टू बी गुड। देखते हैं क्या होता है। मैंने वैसे भी दे दिया है तो नहीं निकलेगा तो अलग बात है, निकल गया तो अलग ही बात होगी। तो ठीक है, दे देते हैं। बाय 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 बाय।